guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a very random video, but hopefully you enjoy it. It's a little different. It's not a speed build, it's not a stop motion build as well. It's more like I've built it and now I want to share it with you guys, and photos itself is not going to do this justice, so I decided to just create a whole video of me just walking you through it because that's the only way you can experience this build. But yeah, these are the different lightings that you'll see this build in. This is the Newcrest Rec Center. Well, according to me, I named it the Newcrest Rec Center. It's actually a renovation of, oh by the way, you're gonna hear a lot of like background noises, but I'm just gonna push through and record this because it was just like a spark of inspiration and I wanted to do this kind of thing, so I'm just going to get it out there. I want to show you where I got this one from first because I'm not about to take full credit for this build. I actually downloaded this build from the gallery first. It was created by ChitownKittyKat. It's the him and hers sim club. You can tell that it's about the same. I didn't change the looks of it much, but the interiors have changed very much. I took inspiration from the layout of the regular build and the activities available in the build, and I expanded on it. So this is the original. If you want my version of this build, I have already posted it on the gallery, so you can just go to my gallery. My name is Chermibear there as well, and you can just download it. It just has a ton of packs, so that's the only thing about this, but it was very fun to build. Took me very long. I did a part of it on stream and I did a part of it off stream, and we finally got it done. And it's a humongous build with 2 basement floors, 1 rooftop, 3 floors as well, so it's like a beefy thing. And it's on the 50 by 40 lot in Newcrest. I placed it on this lot over here at the bottom of the map. Maybe I'll tour this whole build at night. I think it looks the most beautiful at night. I shall start by giving you a top-down view of the floor plan. We shall start from the rooftop and work our way down. So on the rooftop we have the wedding ceremony area over here. There's some seats for when you want to hang out on the rooftop with like a good view of the Newcrest surroundings, and there's also a ice skating and normal roller skating rink on this rooftop. It's like a humongous thing. On the 3rd floor you'll have the library over here. This is a small little playground for toddlers. There is a robotics lab and science lab over here. This is a photo studio. This is the arts and crafts wing. This is the crafting section and this is the art section. And then on the 2nd floor we have a huge arcade over here. We have a resting area for parents and stuff. I imagine lots of parents come here. There's a children activities room. This is also a children's room, I guess, like a puppet show kind of area. An extra piano room, a knitting and cross-stitching room, a movie room, a table tennis room, a recording room, rest area over here. This is the entire like music school area. On the 1st floor, we have a stagey spot that can also double as a wedding reception area that's indoors. This is a whole childcare area, and then this is like a rest area. This is like a reception area, and there's an office over here. And then in the basement, we have a basketball court, the gym, yoga studio, bowling alley, massage, sauna, a kind of like a rest and relaxation area with like a boba shop and a cafe. And final floor we have a huge indoor pool and a splash park area and 2 hot tubs over here. So this is like the general overview, but I really wanted to show you the different rooms and how it looks like. Obviously we have like the outdoor playground on this side and we have an observatory on the back. This actually turned out to be quite a all-purpose, all ages sort of get-together spot. There's like literally an endless number of things you can do here. Like if your sim wants to raise a skill, chances are you will be able to get it raised here, which is amazing, I feel. Okay, anyways, I'm going to start walking you through the entire building using the camera mode. Hopefully we don't puke during this process. If you guys know me from my streams and stuff, you know that if I do this too much and with a build this big, especially if I'm doing like outtakes and cinematic overviews of builds and stuff, I get super dizzy because I get motion sickness really easily. So I figured the best way to do this while being able to let you see how it feels to be in this build is to just show you via this method. I feel like there was something here that I placed but it disappeared. I'm just gonna ignore it, it's fine. It's not a big deal at all. This is the reception area that we just entered. There are 2 entrances into this building. This one is the one that makes most sense because if you come into this build, you will want to come into the reception area first, I think. And This is the childcare area. Let's just go in. There is like a little child fence here. Actually, let's try to do this with DOF on. It might be quite nice. This is, I imagine, where toddlers, mainly toddlers, some children, like younger children and infants would want to hang out at, or rather would be placed at. If their parents are looking to go somewhere in this building, they would just drop their kids off here. This is obviously not functional, but I like the storytelling aspect of this one, where there is like a sink, a mirror, and a little stool for children to step on to use the sink. But I love all these decals that we got from the bathroom kit. And then through this door, we will have a little restroom. Nap room, I guess, for the children. The infants will be able to sleep here or nap, and the toddlers will also be able to take their naps here if they so choose. There are a couple of seats here, a play mat, some potties. The diaper changing station is of course very important, and this is a child-proof area where the adults will be able to enter and I imagine prepare their milk and whatnot. Obviously it is once again not realistic, but it is something that I feel would be in a real childcare-ish setting. This is the bathroom attached to it. For gameplay purposes, there is a tub, but I don't really think that's a thing that happens in real life, but you know, it's like The Sims, so toddlers and infants, they need their bathtub, so there's one over there. The entire vibe of this rec center, while I was building this, it's kind of like mid-budget. It's not over the top because I wanted this rec center to look like it would be a believable, kind of like middle-classy rec center, sort of old, like maybe 10 years old, but not run down. I'm showing you the bathrooms right now, but yeah, this is the male bathroom. The original creator of this build actually did gendered bathrooms, and because the layout of the build has already been kind of decided and I didn't really want to touch most of it, I just kept it the way it is. But if it was up to me, I would have just like gone with gender neutral bathrooms because it would have been easier for gameplay, but also I just prefer a world like that, I guess. Where bathrooms don't have to be gendered too. This area is kind of like a rest area for anyone who wants to drop by and hang out, have some vending machine food. It's just like a rest area, really. It's not even like a place for you to have proper food. There's a entrance over there from the outside, so if you're just dropping by from like say somewhere else and you want to just pop in for like some aircon because it's enclosed and some refreshments, you can. In the original build, it was actually open air, like there wasn't a door that leads to the outside. It was actually more of a outside area. I didn't like that, so I closed it off, and I think that looks good. There are 3 robots over here that was here when I placed a lot, and I decided not to touch them because I thought that it would be like a good gameplay addition to the build, so I left it there. This is the staircase up and downstairs. Over here we'll go there later. Over here there is the stage area. I just reimagine it to be like a kind of like a place where performance happen, but I guess speeches can happen here, events can happen here. I really hope that at some point The Sims 4 will give us like a drum set or something so we can complete the whole band vibe and have bands in our game. That would be nice. Like a musical pack with more instruments would be very nice, but I feel like that would be a very big thing for them to have to go through, so I'm not sure if we're ever gonna get that. But I hope so. At least a drum set would be nice. We have a photo booth here. It's an amazing addition. A suggestion by a viewer on stream as well. This area is full of Get Famous stuff. I think it's like additional equipment for like the professional filming, and because it might be like an event space, we just created space for 2 buffet tables here. It is currently like rainbow theme, but if you want to get married here for some reason and it is raining outside, so you can get married on the rooftop, this is a good area, and there's 2 buffet tables for you to use and some seats here for when you want to eat. That's the other entrance. And then finally, before we move up or downstairs, I haven't decided yet. Should I go up or should I go down? I feel like I should go down. So this is the office area. I didn't really touch this place much because I don't know how well this, I don't know how applicable this space is going to be. I don't know if Sims are going to come in for anything else other than the coffee machine and the sink. I assume it's like the office of the manager that manages this entire building. I think we'll go downstairs first because I really do like how the downstairs look, and I really want y'all to be able to experience it as well. So let's just fall down, I guess. Alright, so this is the staircase. I went with like the yellow lit up staircase for the entire build. I thought it was very nice. Why is my camera moving so fast downstairs? I don't get it. This is the little hallway. Here is where we got down from, and this is going to be the basketball court. I think it's quite functional, so we'll just leave it. I don't really know. I mean, your Sims can't really play like a full game of basketball, can they? So it's not really that important to have a full court, but for realism's sake, we'll just add a full court in. There are 2 cheerleading rooms in this gym, over here and over here. There was like a cheerleading map in this gym originally, so I just made them into rooms because I imagine if you're like here for cheerleading practice for some reason, you would want to do it in private because you will probably be making a lot of noise. This is the line of treadmills. There's so many of them, but they're so fun. I do seldom have rock climbing machines out in the world, in gyms or whatnot, so I'm really happy that this rec center is going to have some machines for you to practice your rock climbing skills. This is where you can get your refreshments, and there's like 2 bathrooms over here. The sauna and spa rooms are over here. I didn't really touch them. I didn't actually touch them at all because I thought they were like good enough as they are. This massage area as well, like this, isn't that cool? And this is the yoga room 1, room 2, same. And then let's go into the male bathroom. This one has lockers because I think it's like opposite all of the exercise spaces like the gym and the yoga studio and the basketball court and stuff. So the matching one is over here. That's the women's one with a little bit more of a lighter theme. I gotta have to admit, I had fun with the different color schemes for like different gendered bathrooms. And then here, moving in from this little corridor here, this is like, I imagine a little hidden area. I worked on the entire thing on stream, this section here, and it was really nice, really fun for me to have to do. I imagine that children and families, Sims of all ages, would love to be here. You can order some boba if you want, and if you don't want boba, you can get some croissants and coffee over here as well. I really like the little contrast between the 2 little spaces. It was originally going to be a bar, but I figured that there's no point in there being like a bar with like a dance floor in a rec center, so I went for like a more family-friendly option for myself. There's an ice cream machine and a tea machine over here, and this is the entrance to the bowling alley. And then over here, this is the entrance into like a small little rest area with 2 extra aquariums. People on my stream has told me that they can totally imagine kids just like sticking their faces up on the glass, and the nastier kids would be licking the glass and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I can totally see that happening. There is a bathroom over here. It looks like this. I have learned that in these small spaces and underground, it's better to use some of the camera panning functions so that you can see what's happening, but there is a diaper changing station in this bathroom as well. And then let's enter the bowling alley, which I love. Look at this bowling alley. It is so nice. I feel like if it is live and the lights are shining and stuff, it's going to look even more alive. We have like a whole shoe station here where you get your bowling balls as well. I haven't been in a bowling alley in a long time, but I know that you usually rent your shoes from a counter, but in The Sims 4 there's no such thing. You don't really have to rent your shoes from anything, so I just decided to have them freely placed there for the Sims to take them, not that they will. And over here by the side of the bowling alley, I placed down a little bar, and then I kind of closed it off with like a little bit of a these things. What are these things called? It is obviously open, so kids can still go in, but I wanted to kind of demarcate the area so you can actually close it if you want to keep children out of the drinking area. So there's a little bit of fun for adults as well, but yeah, so that's the bowling alley. I really like it. It looks so good. And I think this is it for this floor, so we'll go downstairs. There's 2 staircases that goes down to the swimming pool floor, so there's one over there and there's one over here. But let's go down from here. There are 2 doors on this one, actually 2 doors on both. This is where the kids can play, and then the black doors leads out into this pool area, which I am really proud of. I feel like it's a very fun space. I did retain the pool shape from the original build, but I really changed up the entire feel and vibe of the space, added way more furniture and stuff, but we kept the diving boards. I took out the lounge pool. There was a lounge pool here, but I figured it didn't make sense, so I took it out. I added 2 hot tubs though, which wasn't available in this build. And then in this little rest area over here, I just imagine tired swimmers can come to hang out, VIPs can come to hang out, and parents who wants a break from the children can come to hang out. I don't know, there's a lot of things you can do. I also added a woohoo closet here for if you ever need to woohoo. There's also the hot tubs beyond the locker rooms. The locker room is through this door over here. There are bathrooms over there. The lockers are over here. There is also a no taking of photos sign on the wall. The sinks are here. And the hot tub room is over here. It's a little bit more basic. I'm not sure if hot tub rooms are commonly found this way, but I figured this is the best way for me to do it underground. And with that, we're done with the whole basement portion of this build, and I'm going to meet you on the second floor. This point of view tour is really helping me feel like you're getting the full experience of what I intended for this build to be like. But yeah, this is the landing on the second floor, and you can see two entrances. This one goes out into the arcade, and this one goes into the rest of the second floor with the activity rooms and restrooms and stuff. So let's start with the arcade first. I'm really proud of this. If you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen that I spent an entire Sunday afternoon placing the tiles individually to make this pattern, and I'm really proud of it. So it looks like this. There are not a lot of gamey items, so I placed down what I can, and most of these are things that were already here because the original creator of this build has already placed down like most of the stuff, especially the void creator machines, the game mats, table tennis tables, arcade machines. They're all here. I just added the foosball table and the bar and some restrooms and rest areas here because I just thought it needed it, and it was a very big space, so we can totally afford an entire bathroom like this. This is a good bathroom, right? It looks like how bathrooms look like in real life, right? I quite like it. I love it when things look kind of like they would exist in real life. So yeah, that's a bathroom. It links both sides of the arcade, and I love that you get a very good view of the surrounding area when you're in this arcade, especially at night. It's so beautiful. And then going through this door, we have a nice tranquil space where there are books and some seats over here with like huge windows facing the cherry blossom tree in the front of the entire building. This is where I imagine tired parents to— oh, this is lopsided. Well, okay, that doesn't matter. This is where I imagine parents who are tired to want to like just sit here and watch their YouTube videos or listen to stuff or like even take a nap when their children are having activities in this wing over here. Like they just want like a moment of silence. I imagine that's where they go to. After this area, that's the music room and rest area. But for now, this entire area here is like full of activities. So I can imagine this area being like super buzzy with like children and Sims of other ages as well. There is a space where you can get, you know, coffee, heat up some food, popcorn machine as well because there's a movie theater in this wing as well. There are like overflowing knitting stuff on this sofa here because I guess I'll start with the knitting area first so you can understand. It's a very small room, very cluttered, filled with different knitting stuff. I rarely use the nifty knitting kit, so I really just went all out with it. I imagine grannies and other knitting enthusiasts would use this space to knit all of their stuff. It's a very fun room, but it's very small and it only has 2 chairs. So I do imagine that the grannies would use this couch and the couch over here to do their knitting when they have like terrible back pain and they still want to knit. They'll knit in more comfort, I guess. So over here there's like 2 different things for children to do. There is a puppet theater box over here, so it's a cozy little area for some puppet shows. And then here on this side there are 2 game tables, and then there is also a little activities table or games table thingy and a little couch. I like how colorful this entire place is. There's a separate room for like the actual arts and crafts that children can do to raise their creativity skill as well. Moving on to the next wing, you can tell that there is a little table tennis station here for anyone to play table tennis on. And then down this little corridor there is going to be the movie theater room, which is amazing. I love it. I only just realized that it's going to be very fun to watch the movie from behind here, from back here in the tent. But yeah, there is a movie theater thingy here for children to watch their movies. There's also a couch here for like parents and whoever else or extra children to sit on. A toy box and a game tent as well for additional entertainment. And then that's the movie room. And then over here we have the extra piano room. I imagine anyone can come in here to play the piano, but it's also like a extra piano room for the music school opposite, so they can, you know, use this room whenever they need to test or teach extra kids how to play the piano. And this is the bathroom. There is 2 sinks, 1 mirror, and a bathroom over here. Okay, this is the restroom with like more vending machines. I feel like the vending machines are so needed in this game for realism's sake. I figured there's not a lot of changing tables and stuff around the area for like infants, so I decided to add like a small little changing area and infant baby restroom. And after the main point of this wing, the right side leads you into the music school, and the left side has a door that pretty much tells you that that's the recording studio. I imagine this is where, I guess, professional singers and enthusiasts can utilize the facilities to create their videos. There's like a video editing station here as well, so you can do YouTube videos here if you really want to use their facilities. But it's like a filming room and recording room all in one. There's a DJ mixing station over there as well. And then this is the school. It has rooms for everything. So there is a room for singing. Over here, just 2 mics. And then over here, there is a room for guitar practices. The Sims are never going to sit down for the guitar practices, but we can hope and dream and imagine. And then the final room on this row is where you can do like violin practices too. There is also a really nice view of the road from here. This is the reception area, a little whiteboard for scheduling and stuff, and then 2 piano rooms. These 2 piano rooms are basically mirror images of each other, so there's like a whole wall full of stuff and a piano with like a little chair, so your teacher can sit next to you as you play and they can, you know, teach you and stuff. But I also want to make sure that the piano is functional in this game, so I just placed a chair off to the side, and we can use our imagination to fill up the gaps. So yeah, this is the music room, and I think the 2nd floor is done. Should I walk you out? Let's try to do this as steadily as possible. Oh yes, I forgot, there is a little balcony area. There's a bench over here. You can take a break from the air-conditioned room if you really want to, and just basically stare out into the open air. There's a lot of like different rest spots in this entire rec center, and I thought it was very necessary to have a place, have restrooms and rest stops. And we're going upstairs right now. Straight off the bat, we have the little toddler play area. There is a fake... Oh, the pole is off by a lot. But if you look from here, you can totally tell what I'm trying to go for. It's like a little wobbly, ridey duckling thingy. I'll fix that. But the one that I uploaded onto the gallery already has that thing, so just fix it yourself. It's easy. But yeah, so it's like a toddler space. There's a bathroom here with like a changing table as well. It's like a 1 toilet bathroom. It has like amenities for if you need anything. This rec center has got you covered. And then this is the library. I didn't change much for this library because I thought it was really well done. I just kind of replaced some of the things and added some things else. The little children's section, I just kind of created this little alley for children to read in because I just thought it was cuter and it made more sense layout wise. It's kind of like not something you see in real life, but it's cute. Off to this side of the wall here, we do get some research machines and some art on the wall. There's a lot of different areas for your sim to rest and read a book. And it's like a little hidey, so it's nice. There are also tables for you to work on your homework and your own stuff if you bring your own laptop over. There are more computer stations here for your adult sims as well. And then off to the other side, this is quite interesting. I didn't really touch this area as well because I thought it was really well done, but this is the science lab and robotics lab and all that, so all of the science equipment you can find is here. Yeah, just all the sciencey things. If you sign your children up for like robotics class, science class, you can totally just use this room. And if you want to work on your robotics skill, this rec center has got you covered as well. And moving on, more vending machines. This is the photo studio. Now this is an area that I'm very familiar with myself because I work as a makeup artist, so I find myself in photo studios a lot. So I kind of just used my experience to make something that looked like what I would see sometimes in photo studios here in Singapore. So it's like usually a little space with like concrete floor and it's a little dark, or like just concrete walls or whitewashed walls. A little computer here for like the people who rent out the space, like a little office area, and an odd assortment of things and clutter everywhere, and like of course a photo taking station with like the backdrop and lighting and the camera. And then usually there's going to be like a little bathroom area, and if you're lucky you'll have like a whole makeup changing room area to yourself. So I just kind of used my imagination and made my whole makeup artist dream setup come true. You can see how cluttered this entire table is, and because I edited this entire changing room area, it does not have gendered bathrooms, but it does have 2 different bathrooms for if you have more than one model. So yeah, that's the whole area. I really like this little photo studio. I'm not sure how functional it is for gameplay, but if you ever need a photo studio, this build has got you. And because this is the art and craft wing, I went into the gallery to see if I can find some, not the best artwork, some nice, some not too nice artworks. And I found some. I feel like some of these are base game, but some of these are definitely just no CC gallery paintings, which I really appreciate. Adds a little bit of character. I just wanted it to look like the rec center put some of the works that they liked onto display, including children's artwork and a little bit more of like the really good ones from like the talented artists in their classes. This is where your handiness skill can be worked on. There's the candle making machine, the fabricator is over here, pumpkin carving stations, because why not? And then the woodworking stations here as well. I wanted to put in the juice fizzing station, but it didn't really work out in the end, so I didn't put it in. So we don't have a juice fizzing station in this lot, but I feel like that's not that big of a loss. This is the art section. There are two mural sort of like thingy over here for your graffiti purposes. There are canvases scattered all over here. I really like this room, it's very nice. I would love to do art here and feel the energy of creative people. But there's also some children's arts and craft tables here, because I imagine this area is where your children can come to get signed up for art class. But yeah, that is the art wing as well, and that is the final room for this entire floor. And then we can go upstairs to the rooftop. Right now, it's also going to be the last stop before we end today's video. This is the whole wedding area. If you have a sim that is not really very nitpicky on the detail and wouldn't mind getting married when there's a lot of people doing their other stuff in the same place, this might be a good idea for you. Imagine this in the morning, or like when the sun is high, and then you have like this umbrellaed tables for you to hang out with your family, friends, dates, things like that. There's also a lot of rest area around here for you to take in some fresh air. And of course, finally we have the 2 skating rinks like I showed you earlier, and that's literally the whole build. Let me just fix this. It's a really easy fix. Just make sure that bb.move objects on, and then just alt place it back onto the little stick like this. I hope I did a good job at touring it for you. I just really wanted you to see it through my eyes. I keep saying this on stream, but it's not my favorite shape in terms of buildings, but it had everything I needed in a rec center, and it's good enough. The gallery is not the nicest place for me to find things. Like, you can almost never find things on there, so I felt really lucky to have even found something like this on the gallery. I feel like I improved on it a lot. That's not to say that the original build was not good. I just really want to put it out there. I feel very bad. I felt really bad when I was just editing everything, because I really changed up the whole build a lot. This version is on the gallery right now if you want it. Again, my gallery ID is Chermibear. I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible, but I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you guys very much for watching this video as well, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, everybody. Bye!